This is it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in Chatsworth, California, sitting near DeSoto Avenue and Plummer Street. Seaman Valley, what is this? Somewhere basically northwest of Los Angeles. And this is going to be the last load for this trailer. And I see the rigger guy is already here. And the forklift sits on the other side of the trailer, but they said I will need to pull back because the ground is not level here. And the 45,000 pound milling machine sits at an angle, which is never good. So there are going to be some changes in my equipment park after this trip. More about this later. Some breaking news is coming, and you guys and gals are going to like it. But basically, in order to beat the traffic and most importantly the curfew, which is 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. local time, I had to get up at 3 in the morning. Started driving at 3:30, and there was so much traffic, you know, and I'm driving and thinking, where all these people go, you know? I understand I'm driving somewhere, but that's what you always think, right? But there was lots of traffic on, so I took I-10 to 210 and then 118. And 210 was packed, especially when you were approaching major junctions, you know, like with, where was it, 15 and all these 215 and stuff like that. As soon as you approach a major junction, there's a holdup, you know. But somehow I got in. Oh, there was a scale was open. I'm driving, it says all trucks must stop. I think it was on I-10 before I jumped on 210. And I'm going to the ramp, and I don't see any pre-pass like transponders, and all the guys are flying by. Like half of the people went into the scale, half of the people passed. I don't know what the deal with that was, but you know, I have my lights on, and California allegedly does not recognize the roof lights, you know, the flashing lights. So I had to use the small magnetic base lights and I put one on each corner, like on the trailer, in the front and in the rear of the load, just to make sure I don't, you know, get a ticket. And I still switched on my flashing lights and in the bumper just to warn the motorists behind me that I have a thing sticking out on the right, like 2 feet. I was still legal on the left, but on the right, it was, you know, pretty dangerous. And the weather's beautiful. See, I'm wearing my t-shirt. I'm gonna get my shorts soon. And I met a fan this morning. Some guy was driving in an SUV, just waved at me. So I got some free coffee, a donut. You know, I try not to eat flour products, but you know, when it's free, you cannot say no. So got a donut, free coffee, talked to the gentleman. It's amazing, you know, I meet people everywhere. The plan. They have another forklift on the other side. It's probably as a safety. I don't know. Maybe they want me to drive forward. It's not that heavy, right? It's 45,000. Okay, it's 22 tons, but. So I was saying about the last trip for this trailer, that it looks great, and I was pretty happy with it. But for no fault of my own, or the manufacturer's fault, the trailer developed a catastrophic failure. basically steel defect. And I'm getting a replacement trailer. Let me repeat that again. I'm getting a new replacement trailer from Kaufman. And not only that, but they were kind enough to add some options I missed, because this was the first trailer I spec'd, like a lowboy trailer, right? So I missed some options, like for example, I would take the flip-up ramps on the front, and I would put the fenders, and I would add D-rings, and I would also take the bucket, what is it called, bucket pocket in the back, so they lower the cross members in the back, so that you can put the boom of the excavator lower to the ground, which is really helpful. So I'm getting those options with the new trailer. And the last piece of news is that I'm tired of bright colors. The standard color is black, but who wants that? The two most popular colors the factory sees with customers are either red or charcoal gray, kind of like the same as the machine over here. And the engineer sent me pictures of a trailer, the actual Kaufman trailer. One is gray and one is red, and red was just too bright. Red was just like that cable, you know, too much. I'm already tired of this. It's bright, you know, it attracts attention, and you can see all scratches very clearly. So I'm getting a charcoal gray trailer. My truck is not exactly black, right? It's more like very dark gray. So that's what, especially now you can see it in the sun. And that's what the trailer will be like. It will be a perfect match made in heaven. And with the aluminum wheels, you know, basically what they're doing is they're removing my wheels, my tires, and they're putting them on a new trailer. So after I deliver this, I'll be trekking across USA empty 2,500 miles to South Carolina to pick up my replacement trailer. Unbelievable. Thank you, Kaufman. And to return back to the topic at hand, as you can see, it's never a 10-second video when something is being unloaded. They had to do lots of you know, moving things around. Finesse, you need finesse to deal with this kind of a machine. Well, they didn't tell me anything about driving from under it, so I'm just sitting here. I'm hiding in the shade of a step deck trailer. Okay, come on, let's lift it up, lift off. Oh, and when I showed up this morning, the first thing the guy from this plant told me, he said, "Oh, we're not sure we're going to unload you today." I said, "No, I was told to be here at between 8 and 9. And then my dispatch sent me an email saying that they got an email from their customer, and he said the crane was on the way, or rather the riggers. So yeah, as you can see, they're using 2 forklifts. Or is it 1 forklift? No, wait a second. What is that guy doing? He was holding my trailer. Trying to make it level because the ground was kind of crooked. the suspension. I dropped the suspension on the truck, on the trailer, just to keep the movement in the suspension to a minimum.